My mom tried to teach my daughter a lesson. I taught her one instead. 3 years ago, I lost my wife, Rachel, in a car accident that left our daughter, Mia, then 4 years old, trapped in the back seat, watching her mother die. It took 12 minutes for Rachel to slip away. 12 minutes of screams, panic, and helplessness that no child should ever experience. For 3 months after that, Mia didn't speak. For 2 years, she barely slept. Therapy was slow, grueling. When she finally started to laugh again, it was the most fragile sound I'd ever heard. But one thing never changed. Her fear of water. Pools, bathtubs, lakes, anything deeper than her knees sent her into a panic. Her therapist explained that water had become tied to her trauma, a symbol of losing control, of drowning just like she'd watched her mother die. I told my mother, Helen, all of this, over and over. She'd wave it off every time. "You're babying her, Trevor," she'd say. "You need to stop treating her like glass. She needs discipline. She needs to face her fears, or she'll never be normal." Against my better judgment, I let her babysit one Tuesday. I had back-to-back calls I couldn't reschedule. "Keep her away from the pool," I said. "If she gets upset, call me right away." Helen smiled, that condescending mom smile she's mastered over the years. I raised 3 kids. I can handle one little girl. At 3:40 p.m., my phone exploded with calls. My brother Kyle, frantic. "Answer your phone now. It's Mia. She's hurt." I made the 20-minute drive in 10. When I got there, an ambulance was in the driveway. Paramedics were crouched beside a gurney. And on that gurney, my little girl, skin pale, lips blue, an oxygen mask covering her face. She wasn't breathing when they pulled her out of the pool. My uncle Vincent was the one who jumped in. He'd been in the garage fixing the door when he heard Helen screaming. "She spilled juice on the patio," he said, voice shaking. "Your mom started yelling. Then she dragged her by the arm toward the pool. The kid was begging her to stop. She just kept saying something about consequences. Then he choked up. She pushed her, Trevor. She pushed her into the pool. Mia sank instantly. She still can't swim. Vincent dove in, dragged her out, and did CPR until she coughed up water. He pulled a flash drive from his pocket. Security cameras caught everything. I watched the footage. 47 seconds. 47 seconds of my mother dragging a crying 7-year-old toward the pool, shouting, "You need to learn not to act like a baby." Then she shoved her. Mia hit the water, thrashed once, and disappeared. My mother stood there, motionless, not a step toward the edge, not a shout for help. When Vincent pulled her out, she just said, "See? Now she knows what fear feels like." I gave that video to the police, CPS, and my lawyer. Within 24 hours, my mother was charged with assault of a child and criminal mistreatment. I filed for a restraining order and a civil suit for $977,000 in damages. Then I sent the footage to my siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and every family friend I could think of. No explanation, no message, just the video and the line, "This is what Mom did to Mia on Tuesday." By Friday, Helen's reputation, the sweet church-going grandmother, was gone. Her phone went silent. Her pastor told her not to come back. The HOA asked her to resign. Her book club disbanded without her. Even her best friend of 30 years blocked her number. She tried calling me once, sobbing, "Son, I need to see Mia. She's too young to understand I was trying to help her." I recorded the call and forwarded it to the detective. She spent 3 days in jail for violating the restraining order. The trial was merciless. The jury watched the footage 4 times, each viewing the same reaction: gasps, tears, disgust. 12 strangers watching a grandmother stand motionless while her granddaughter nearly drowned. Vincent testified. It wasn't an accident. What I saw that day was deliberate cruelty. Mia's pediatrician explained how close she came to dying: the aspiration pneumonia, the risk of brain damage, the relapse into silence. After just 3 hours of deliberation, guilty on both counts. The judge stared at my mother with undisguised revulsion. "I've been on the bench 22 years, he said. "This is one of the most reprehensible things I've ever seen. 15 months in custody, 5 years probation, restraining order until Mia turns 18. Helen sobbed as deputies led her away. She looked back at me once, eyes pleading for mercy. I didn't flinch. I wanted her to see, with absolute clarity, that her pain meant nothing compared to my daughter's terror. The civil suit forced her to sell her home. We got $380,000 up front. The rest comes from her pension. She left prison with nothing. No friends, no family, no reputation.